Hey there and hello dear friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time joining me, please go subscribe and hit the notification button so you can be notified every time I upload a new YouTube video. My name is Lillian Shabalala.
It's Lillian Shabalala. No, it's Lillian Shabalala to you. Shab, who's it? Can we talk? It's Lillian Shabalala. It's Lillian Shabalala.
Now this video was inspired by the recent lockdown we've all had to endure due to taking safety precautions and staying home so that we do not contract the COVID-19 virus. So I was sitting on my own and thinking, wow, this is just such a tragedy that has transpired around the world. And I think for the first time in so long, so many people around the world can actually relate to one another. And so I reached out to a couple of friends of mine from around the world and asked them what lessons they have learned from having to be locked down and quarantined and just being isolated from their friends and from their everyday lives. So I asked my friends to share with us what they are going through right now and the lessons that they have learned from this entire situation. I feel like this is a very hard time for many of us, but this is also an opportunity for us to reflect on our lives and our journeys and to also learn and hopefully come out of this better and stronger than we were before. Thank you so very much to all my friends that contributed to this video, and without any further ado, lessons learned from lockdown.
I was in the neighboring province to the epicenter of where the coronavirus started, which was Wuhan, and I was in a small city in Sichuan called Mingyang, and in the peak time of the coronavirus, you could see and feel that there was definitely a change, and a shift in the atmosphere. It was very bleak, it was very somber, very kind of depressed kind of atmosphere,
Hello everyone, I'm Natalia and I'm from Mexico. I'm Lillian's friend. Well, first of all, I think that what I've learned from all of this is to really be patient and to be conscious of my actions and how they can affect others. I think that, we take things for granted and we must appreciate what we have at the moment. And I think that this whole thing was supposed to happen and it must, teach us a lesson and we must learn from it.
It was very somber, very quiet. You didn't hear any children. No one really went out unless it's to go to the supermarket or and even then not many people did go, because you could just buy online and they'd deliver it to your gate.
During this time, I've learned to be more present and to look back on former accomplishments and be proud of them and not always just look forward.
You could definitely get a sense that it was not only the coronavirus that was spreading, but it was definitely that spirit of fear that was just consuming everyone. And it was just circling and circling and circling around China and around the world, really, to the point where my family now intervened and were like, yo, Ndodai, it's time that you come home. Like, you gotta come home, okay?
Hi everyone, my name is Paulina and I'm from Poland. So situation in here is not really colorful, positive, because we are not allowed to go out or to go anywhere actually, because otherwise we are going to pay a really high fine. And it's hard for me because I am an active person. I like to cycle or go for walks, and now I'm not allowed, and sitting at home is kind of depressing. Also, I live in Catholic country, and recently we had Easter, and because I live in a different city and I'm not allowed to travel, I wasn't able to visit my family, so for the first time I had to spend this holiday without them and organize it all myself, all the food. And before that I didn't realize how much work you have to put into all of it. So I really started to appreciate the job my mom and my grandma do to organize it all. Anyway, this virus has taught me to appreciate my life and be thankful for what I have. So stay safe, everyone.
And I was okay. I didn't feel like my life was in jeopardy, like I am threatened every time I go out of my apartment. Like I didn't feel that way. I didn't feel like my life was under threat. Like I didn't get that sense while I was there. And I mean, I worked from home, and I was happy in those days where I would go to the supermarket. That was my highlight, because that's when I see people, and you realize, wow, like I miss seeing people, like actually, like you can touch people, you realize how much that means to a person and how much that meant to me. When you're indoors all the time, that really gets to you. But you definitely got a sense of fear, just kind of hovering around, Mingyang, and hovering around China. It was almost like you smelt it, like it just stank of fear.
Hi, my name is Jotam. I'm from Zimbabwe. This coronavirus has taught me that in life nothing is guaranteed. We are not permanent here on Earth, and we are not certain when we're gonna be able to see the following day, or we are gonna be alive the following day. But being self-quarantined has taught me to be a person that depends on themselves, but also be a person that cherishes all the memories that we shared with family and friends. And I just want to say to the world, people that out there, that no matter what, no matter the situation, we gonna get over it, and always remember that family, friends, cherish the moment that we had, because it's not guaranteed that we're gonna see it the following day.
And I remember there was a time I was in my apartment and I was feeling really sad that day. I got this I read this article, and I saw this video of people locking someone in their apartment. And when I saw that, my spirit just sank. Like it just I felt it. Like I felt heavy, like my heart felt heavy, and I was like, Daddy, is this when I go? Because you and I have a conversation, like you would tell me if I need to go, right? So I was really on this thing that I'm nyahamba, gone. Like I really just felt in my spirit, like let me just book some flights and leave, and I'm so thankful to God. Thank you, Jesus, that the same day I got a call from a friend of mine who knocked some sense into me. And what he said to me that, Abigail, love cancels fear. Love cancels fear. And he said to me, don't react or act from a point of fear. And I was like, okay.
The things I've learned during COVID-19 are that love has no distance, so friends and family, we're all apart right now, but that doesn't mean we don't love each other any less, and also life is beautiful.
The driving force of fear, the main contributor of that was the media, was social media, what people were posting, what people were saying, what you were seeing. And that was really the driving force of fear. So I just came to a point of, okay, you know what? I am not going to watch the news. I am not going to entertain these news articles. I'm really just going to quieten the noise, because that is really what is increasing the fear in me, is what I'm allowing myself to consume.
Okay, what I appreciate the most is family and friends, obviously. But I have learned like to appreciate the little things in life. Like just to go out with friends for dinner, for having ice cream or stuff like that. And traveling. It's a big thing for me anyways, but I can't travel. I can't even see my boyfriend who lives in the States, which sucks because I really miss him. And you can do nothing. And these are the stuff like you have to appreciate. And I think most of the people appreciate that right now because they can have it. But what I want to say is now is the time to be healthy, to do your workout because you have nothing to do anyways. So be healthy, cook your own meal, and do some workouts. Thank you and bye-bye.
And I think that's really, for me, just one of the biggest lessons I've learned from this coronavirus is, one shouldn't act from a position of fear. Don't make a decision and don't react from a position of fear. And, I think it's something we should ask ourselves, like, what are we going to do now? How are we going to react as a community and as people, with each other? Are you going to side-eye someone, when they sneeze or cough or you accidentally touch their hand? Like, how are you going to react in that? Are you going to act from a position of love, or are you going to react from a position of fear?
Hey everybody, my name is Juliana. I'm from Colombia, Bogota. I actually live in China. I'm an English teacher there. And I just came here to spend time with my family, 3 weeks, just my vacation time with them. And now I'm just like in quarantine over here due to the coronavirus. Before China, I was living in New York City, and wow, it's just, I can just do not take out of my mind the thought that is how amazing is life and how amazing is God protecting us from the biggest issues. Like, I think that God just protect me from the situation in New York City and the situation in China. So I'm so thankful for it, and I'm just enjoying my life and enjoying the time with my family. That is the most important thing in life, like the people around us, our friends, our family, parents, grandpas, grandmas. It's just such a great experience from everybody, I think. And I'm just thankful for being with my family right now instead of in China. And I'm just spending time with them as much as I can and love them and taking care of it. So that's pretty much my experience over this whole situation. Bye.
Hey again, my friends. If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, and leave your comment down below. And most importantly, please hit the notification button so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. I appreciate you so much. See you on the next one.